this footage that I just shot of the beautiful drive is Guadalupe Mountain National Park. Not the prettiest spot I've ever had. Good morning, friendlies. I'm Carolyn. Welcome back to my RV life. I ended up in Carlsbad, New Mexico. There's a cold front coming in all over the state, like really, really cold. Teens at night in a lot of places, single digits up in the mountains. The warmest place I could find was Carlsbad. So I left Las Cruces and I drove through some beautiful mountains. Can't remember the name of it now. It's the national park, and ended up here in the desert. And what I'm going to do today, because I'm completely out of water, been waiting to drain my water tank so that I can work on the leak in my outdoor shower. If you remember, I think the last time I left you, I fixed my water pump. It was just a switch. Well, it works. See if the light's on. It just doesn't need to pump right now. And I still have a little bit of a leak in the outdoor shower. It's not bad, but I picked up some parts, and so we're going to work on that today and then go into town and get some water. And you want to hang out with me while we do all this? Come on, let's get started. So there's no way to shut off the water to this. There is an old on and off switch back here, but it's broken, like, you know, a water pump on and off. But that's been broken. Maybe I'll try to fix that. I guess now that I know how to replace a switch, maybe I'll go ahead and replace that just as extra security. So I drained all the water out. The water tank is empty. I'm going to go fill it up today. So I stopped at Camping World. If you don't know, they have a parts department. I did not know this. Luckily, I couldn't find anything I was looking for in the plumbing section, and an employee came by and said, "Can I help you find something?" And I said, "Yeah." And she's like, "Try our parts department." So they had this in stock. So I'm gonna hopefully get this on today, and hopefully that'll fix it. So the water line goes in, this pulls out, and then the pin goes in to lock it. So, but first this goes in. That's I'm a little off level here. That's the size of the water pipe, so that must go in here. The instructions are pretty crappy. Little thing of instructions in there. Yeah, that looks right. And then that pops out. And this pin goes around to lock it. That makes sense. When I first had the major leak that flooded my basement, I think the valve just got turned on, maybe with all this crap that I have back here. Since then, it's really just been a drip. I don't know, maybe a half gallon a day at the most. So they say this needs to be even and no hangy things on it. It's sort of even. I'm gonna see if I can get it more even. All right, I'm gonna wire it back into shape. Now that I did that, I think a hacksaw probably would have been better, but it's just hard to get in there. So I think it's fine. There's no loose edges on it or anything. Yeah, actually, I think that is better. So we're gonna get this done. Crap, I had a feeling. This isn't half an inch. I had a feeling it was too big, but I thought with that insert inside, I thought with this, that looks like the same size. But I asked them, I said, a ½ inch sounds too big. I think I need a 1/4 inch, and they didn't have any. Shoot. Well, yep. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, maybe now I can figure out why this is leaking and fix this. What a bummer. Well, I have to go get water today. I'm completely out. And I don't know if I told you the other day, can't remember why, I was able to pull this off when it wasn't coming out very much, and I was able to turn it around. So this side was leaking, let's say, and I turned it around so the leaking side was going into the hose, and that helped slow the leak. It's still coming out a little bit, but not as much. So that's how I've been able to survive, you know, without flooding everything again. So this is a bummer, man. So I need probably a 1/4 inch. So maybe I can call them, maybe they can order it. Oh well, that didn't work out today, like I expected, hoped. You know, at first I thought there was just debris or something in this because of the way it was coming out. It was like a tiny little hole was just spewing it out. So when it first started leaking, when I first discovered that it was flooded, I just let it run for a while outside to try to clear it out. Yeah, I see a little dirt in there. I'm going to clean it up. Oh yeah, there's some dirt in there. All right, I'm going to clean it up. Maybe we can just stick with this. Little wire brush would be nice, but I don't have a little wire brush. You know, even if I could find something to screw onto that, that would be really helpful. This is going to suck if it doesn't work. I mean, it looks sealed, but that doesn't mean anything. All right, I'm just going to have to try a little bit of water at a time today and see how it goes when I fill it up. When all else fails, super glue. I'll just super glue it. Why not? Yeah. Okay, I bought this. I'm going to seal the hole with this. Why not? No caulking gun. Excellent for kitchen, baths. Thick rubber adhesive sealant. Well, this isn't looking very promising. All right, let's go get water. I ended up near Carlsbad, New Mexico because it's got the best weather right now. I'd rather be up in the mountains, but the nights are still single digits in precipitation. And this is the southeastern portion of the state, very desert-like. And unfortunately, there's not a lot of options. Carlsbad, there's a national park. It's a world-class destination. There aren't a lot of options for dump stations. There is a state park just north of Carlsbad, which I had planned on going to because I got the state park pass. I thought I might even spend the night there. And I just dug deeper, and it's closed for repairs until March. So I planned on maybe going up there to dump my tanks and get water because it would be free. So there's a KOA in town that's $15. It's a lot. That's a lot. That's like the most I usually pay. There's also a water treatment. Sorry, I'm bobbling here. There's also a water treatment plant that's free dump station, but it says just rinse water. So I'm going to go check that out first, I think. Might as well. I'm hoping to come back to this spot. But since I got here, it's filled out a little bit. There are 2 people camped behind me now. So I'm hoping to come back here, but I may not end up back here. But I just thought I'd share that with you. So I usually just Google RV dump stations. There's a Santa Dumps app, which hasn't been working for me lately, and I just haven't uninstalled it and reinstalled it. And even the website's just been wonky. But I think that's usually what comes up is Santa Dumps, SANIDUMPS. That's what usually comes up. And that is actually where I ended up on the website online. That's where I ended up seeing the water treatment plant and KOA. So, yeah. So just kind of a day of uncertainty, I guess. And, you know, having to remain flexible and maybe not even coming back to this spot. I thought about saving it, but I'm a little worried that whatever I put out, I bought a new chair. I'm just worried that it might disappear. So I'm just going to take my chances. There's another spot down the way if this one's taken by the time I get back. All right. Moseying. Say's been a busy girl. Digging. Yeah, you were all covered in white dust. I hope we don't get valley fever again. I'm not sure how bad it is on the southeastern corner of New Mexico. It's not the prettiest spot I've ever had. It's actually pretty ugly. There's I go back and forth. I was on my walk and I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. And then I was like, actually, it's really ugly. And then I'm like, oh, but this is beautiful. And I'm like, this is ugly. And I was actually talking to myself saying, make up your mind. It's not very pretty desert at all. I'm really close to Texas. I'm like not even, I don't know, 10 miles maybe from Texas. So, but I like it because it's quiet. There's no traffic on this road. There's a gas pipeline that goes through here, and I did walk down to the there's a road just past me that dead ends, and it's gas oil stuff. So the road ahead is National Parks Highway. That's what I took to get in, and I'm 26 miles south of Carlsbad. So it's a pretty big town, Carlsbad. There's a Walmart, there's an Albertson. So hopefully just make it a quick trip to, oh, I need propane too. Shoot. Yeah. Quick trip just to get supplied up so that I can come back. I really just want to stay someplace for a while. So that's the goal. Get supplied up, maybe come back out here, maybe somewhere else and just stay for a while. That would be nice. City pre-dump station, but there is no water, so now I need to find water. A gas station. I pulled into an RV park finally after driving around every city park to see if I could find some free water, and I just pulled into an RV park and they're letting me fill up for free. How nice is that? So this is the moment of truth. Water pump's running great. Let's see. I'm really worried about this glue. I'm thinking I shouldn't have glued it, because if it doesn't work, then the valve is going to be totally screwed up. Yep. It's bubbling. That can't be good. Oh my goodness. That's not good.